Okay, so for this mini-med lecture today we're going to talk about surgical knot tying, specifically the one-handed surgical knot, the one-handed square knot, sorry. Now the Ethicon kit that you can get, hopefully you have one of those, is great. Comes with this rope that's two-tone, makes it easy for practicing. So first of all, let's go through the steps. So the easiest way for me to do this is if you have thrown the suture already, it's through your 2 layers of tissue that you're going to be suturing, tying together. I like to grab the part of the suture that is on the far side, away from me, in my right hand, and then the nearer one in my left hand. And I like to hold them both in the same way in both hands, just like this. Now to just do this basic one-handed square knot, this hand, your right hand, you're not going to let go of your suture. You're going to hold it tight with that hand the entire time, and doing your tying with your left hand. You can switch this up, whichever is more comfortable for you. I am right-handed, but for me, tying with the left fingers is easiest. Do what's best for you. So left-handed, just like this. And to start off, if you hold here with your left thumb and pointer finger, let your other 3 fingers come around the other side of the knot. So you're now holding it like this. Then with your right hand, pull this and lay it over the top of your fingers next to, running parallel with the white strand in your left hand. At this point you're going to curl in and underneath, so pull the right string underneath with your middle finger underneath your white string and pull it down, just like that. Let me do that again. So over the top of the fingers, middle finger tucked underneath, just like that. And then you're going to pull it through at the same time as you're letting go with this left thumb. You're going to pull it through with your middle finger and your ring finger through underneath, just like that. Okay, and pull it through. And that is your first throw. And notice how now where my hands are. My right hand I'm pulling towards me, still holding on, towards me, and with my left hand away from me. Once that's tight, I am again holding the strings exactly how I was at the very beginning. So now I'm back, so now I'm in this position. I have both the strings again, left hand, right hand, and for this next throw, you're going to hold your left string like this, okay? Holding it with your thumb and middle finger coming around your pointer finger, and with your right hand you're going to come across like this, okay? So across, you're going to tuck your finger underneath and grab onto the white, okay? Just like that. One more time, like this. Come across and grab, and then you're going to tuck that through, okay? Pull it through and pull. So again, when you're pulling this one, you're going the opposite direction. So my right hand is again going away from me, left hand coming towards me. Okay, let's do it again from the beginning. So you're holding here with both your strings, come around with this left hand. So this is our first throw again. So it's holding over top your other 3 fingers. Your right comes parallel with it. Your middle finger tucks underneath and grabs your white and pulls it through. Okay, and then you're going to pull that nice and tight down. And then again, you're pulling this direction. So your left hand is going to go away from you. Let me show you. If you were to do that same pull, but then go the other direction, your knot doesn't go right. It creates more of a slip knot type knot. So what you need to do is pull it away from you. So left hand away. And then you come for the second throw, holding it like this again, crossing that string coming underneath, grabbing on, pulling it through. And because you pulled away from you with your left hand, that first throw you're going to pull towards you this time. And there you go. And this creates, if you can see, these little square knots. Perfect little square knots, one after the other. And once you get used to this, you can get a lot faster at it. And in the OR, we tend to go a little bit quicker. Okay, I want to show you a neat little trick that I learned from one of my attendings. So again, in that starting position, now this little trick applies to when you need to tie, when you're tying something that has a lot of tension, so a lot of maybe fascia, and you need to make sure that your edges are approximated very snug, very tight. So an example for us in neurosurgery, when we're closing a scalp after a craniotomy, the fascia layer, before we get to even the more superficial layers, the fascia we need to close very tightly. And so there's a way to make it, because when you're in the OR, sometimes after your first throw, that first throw doesn't like to stay very tight. So a trick that my attending taught me is that with your first throw, do a double. So you do it actually in a two-handed technique. So look, you're going to hold here, and you're just going to quickly throw two little loops, okay? So you went through it twice instead of just one time, twice. And that, what the two knots is going to, the two circles is going to do for you is going to allow it to stay tight. It's going to lock it a little bit better than if you were to just go around once. So twice for that first throw. And then you're going to want to hold up with that right hand, you're going to want to hold a decent amount of pressure there up so that it keeps tight while you throw your next throw, just like this. And once you've done that, your knot is locked and you can let your tension go and then just throw the rest of your throws. Now in a normal OR setting, for most throws, you're going to do it, you're going to throw maybe anywhere from 4 to 8 throws, just depending on what you're attending, what your surgeon prefers. So there you go. Okay, let's go through it one more time, nice and slow. So again, right hand, left hand, holding it just like this. Right hand, for me, I like it to be the one that's further away from me. Left hand, the strand that's closer to me. And for that first throw, holding just like this, you're going to put your left fingers underneath the string. Your right hand is going to pull parallel to, and with your left index finger, your left middle finger, you're going to curl underneath, pulling the right string with it, grabbing onto the white, and pulling it through. And snug it down, okay? And then for your next throw, and again, you're pulling away from you with your left hand towards you with your right hand. With your next throw, you're going to be holding it like this with your left hand, pinching between with your left middle finger and thumb, and your left index finger is going to hold away. With this hand, come over the top of it, tuck underneath, just like that. Grabbing onto your white strand, pulling it through, and with your right hand you're pulling away from you and towards you with your left hand. Again, if you were to do that the opposite direction, pull again the same way you did with the first throw, your knot is going to be a slip knot and not a square knot. It's important. So you're back in this position, go again this way, left hand away, right hand away. Left hand away, right hand away. There you go. Thanks for watching.